Women never say this out loud, but they feel it instantly, the moment a man starts dismantling himself. Let's get something clear right now. Masculinity doesn't disappear because of society. It doesn't vanish because women are somehow different now. Masculinity collapses from the inside. It's not from one big, catastrophic failure. It's from the small, daily decisions men justify as being nice, safe, or reasonable. And the most dangerous part? Men don't even see it happening. They call it maturity. They call it compromise. They call it being a good partner. But what they're actually doing is slowly erasing the very traits that made them respected, desired, and grounded in the first place. Today, we're exposing how men destroy their own masculinity without ever realizing it. This is going to be uncomfortable. That's the entire point. Masculinity isn't stolen from you. It's exchanged. Men trade it away piece by piece for approval, for a quiet life, for validation. Every time a man abandons his internal compass just to avoid a conflict, he makes a trade. Every time he says, "It's fine," when it absolutely isn't, that's another trade. Every time he shrinks his personal boundaries just to keep someone else comfortable, that's one more trade. Over time, all those little trades compound. And then one day, he looks in the mirror and thinks, "I don't recognize myself anymore." Women will never say this directly, but they feel it deeply. A man who constantly trades his center for comfort is no longer a grounded man. He becomes reactive. He starts seeking permission for his own actions. He becomes emotionally transparent in all the wrong ways. That's not strength. That's leakage. His core is leaking out, bit by bit. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They're told, open up, be vulnerable, share everything. But nobody ever explains how to do that correctly. Masculine vulnerability is meant to be selective. It's grounded. It's integrated with his strength, not a replacement for it. But what men are taught instead is emotional dumping. They narrate their fears and anxieties in real time. They seek constant reassurance from their partner instead of finding their own resolution. They offload all their uncertainty onto her, making her carry the weight. And slowly, the polarity that fuels attraction collapses. Because attraction doesn't die from honesty, it dies from emotional dependence. When a man starts using his relationship as his primary emotional regulator, he stops being a source of safety and stability. Women never say this out loud, but when they feel it, their respect for him drops instantly. Here's another quiet killer of masculinity: men abandoning their mission, not all at once. It happens gradually. He starts skipping the gym. He stops pushing his edge at work. He softens his ambitions and his goals. Not because he actually wants to, but because he doesn't want to be seen as selfish. Here is the hard truth nobody likes to hear. A man without direction doesn't feel loving, he feels weightless. Masculinity requires forward momentum. It needs a purpose. When a man starts orbiting the relationship instead of his own purpose, he loses his gravitational pull. And women don't bond to men who just float aimlessly. They bond to men who are going somewhere with or without them. Modern men are addicted to comfort. Soft routines, predictable emotions, and zero friction. They call it stability. But stability without any challenge just becomes stagnation. Masculinity is sharpened by pressure. It's forged by resistance and discomfort. When a man designs his entire life to avoid tension at all costs, he dulls his own edge. He becomes blunt, Women never say, "He's too peaceful." Instead, they say, "I just don't feel anything anymore." That numbness is an cruelty on her part. It is biology responding to a complete lack of polarity. There's no spark because there's no charge. This next one is subtle, but incredibly destructive. Men start measuring their worth by her mood, her reactions, her validation. They ask without actually asking the words, "Is this okay? Did I do this right?" And slowly, their leadership disappears. I'm not talking about dominance, I'm talking about direction. Masculinity leads itself first. Before you can lead anyone else, you have to be in command of your own ship. When a man feels he needs permission to exist authentically, he forfeits respect. Women can't articulate this clearly, but they feel the shift instantly. Attraction fades not from a man's mistakes, but from his constant self-betrayal. And here's the tragic ending to this story. After all these micro-compromises, after trading away his core piece by piece, the man looks outward for someone to blame. He blames women. He blames the dating scene. He blames modern culture. But the damage was done long before the relationship ended. The damage was done inside his own mind. Masculinity doesn't just disappear suddenly. It erodes, one decision at a time. And the scariest part? Most men don't even notice it's gone until they're standing all alone, wondering what went wrong. This video isn't about shaming anyone. It's about sight. It's about seeing the pattern so you can finally interrupt it. True masculinity isn't loud or aggressive. It's anchored. It's not about emotional suppression. It's about emotional command. It's about feeling your emotions fully without letting them command you. And most importantly, it doesn't require anyone else's permission to exist. If any of this resonated with you, it's because you felt it in your gut, not because someone told you to. Stay aware. Stay grounded. And stop trading yourself away for a little bit of comfort. Thanks for watching.